This is Joanna Wright with Gift of Life for the Poor. I'm sorry to hear that you're in a crisis. That is why I'm here. I understand your difficulty to maintain your family needs. As you go through your massive training, you will begin to make money. So bear with me as we get the knowledge out to you and the tools that you need to provide for your family. So just make sure that you pause and do every step in each video, and you will begin to make money. By the end of this year, you will have more than enough money to provide for you and your family needs. And you will become a professional investor to make your money work for you. And you may find it hard to believe at this time. Rest assured, if you do everything I train you to do, you will look back at this day and know God chose you to be here at this moment. You are chosen. It is my hope you will take your education and training in this massive training serious enough to set yourself up to help others in your area the same way I'm helping you. Don't ever forget from where you have come from. Care for those that are like you right now. Grab them by the hand and take them with you as you grow rich. Knowledge gives you the power to change your life. Pass it on to others. Don't let it pass you by. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. There is nothing but to do it. This is an opportunity that you don't see very much online. Most rich people charge lots of money to give away their knowledge. I choose to give it away to the poor. I have done all the research and all the hard work for you. You just have to follow my blueprint. The problem with organizations that hand out food and pay utilities for the poor is it causes them to depend on the organization to keep them up. Now, don't get me wrong. Please continue to get the help that you need, your immediate needs that are available to you until I can get you making money. I'm going to tell you why by telling you a little bit of my story. But first, I'd like to ask you a question. Is it good to send you a fish for a day, or would it be better to teach you how to fish? Would it be good for me to send you a steak for a day, or tell you how to hunt? Would it be good for me to send you some vegetables for a day, or would it be better to teach you how to grow a garden? I still grow my garden, and I also have a greenhouse now to grow year round. And I teach you my knowledge of how I broke free from poverty and became rich. I teach the exact path I took to get where I am today. I was living in a tent in the woods about 30 years ago, and the first day after putting up my tent, I sit there on a log. I looked around, and suddenly I felt I had entered the gates of heaven. I had no income and no bills, yet I felt freedom for the first time in my life. I saw my situation as a blessing from God. I eat at the local soup kitchen and went to churches to get food to cook on my campfire. And God sent someone to give me a camper after roughing it about 4 months of living in my tent. I don't believe this would have happened if I wasn't so sure that God would lead me to do the things I needed to do to have a higher standard of living whenever I decided to move in my own home. I just knew God was going to take care of me, and I made up my mind to love my camping experience. I found others less fortunate to help, even though I was not much better off. I could, for the first time in my life, see this as an opportunity that I needed to be successful in my finances. Yes, even in my bad situation, I began to find ways to make a little money to get by while I educated myself about how the rich get richer. Instead of renting when I began to get an income, I chose to stay in the woods just a little longer, and I invested all of my money into assets that grow my money. I didn't have much money, so I found free tools to get started in the beginning. And you will be getting all of these tools I found that got me started. I have done all the research for you. This way you don't spend as much time as it did for me to get to the money making part. I tell you all this to let you know I really do understand what you're going through. The first thing you need to do is change the way you look at your situation. Wake up in the morning and spend time being thankful. Find things you are thankful for and think on those things. Stop letting your thoughts dwell for very long on what you don't have. Focus on your blessings. Be thankful for what you do have. Learn to be a good steward and faithful over what you have, and God will show you a new way of managing your money and the things you own to begin on a path to riches. God rewards the faithful. So stay faithful in doing your training. If you were going to college, you would have to be in a class by 8 a.m. and in your seat ready to learn from your teacher. So schedule to be in class at a certain time every day. Get yourself on a routine that you know you are supposed to be in class every day for however many hours you plan to learn and grow financially. Keep in mind, the more time you spend in training, the faster your income will grow because you get more done in less days. This means you will start making money in just a week or two, depending on how much time you spend doing the work. One thing I did back when I moved into my tent is I made my mind believe I was already rich. I made a decision to begin to think like I had learned the rich people think. I began to dress differently. I would go to the churches and organizations that give free clothes and only took very nice clothes. I wanted to dress like I was rich. It made me feel better about myself too. The rich do not see failure or bad situations as defeat. They see it as a learning experience and begin to look for the right solution to the problem. I learned that the rich do things differently than I had been doing which got me where I was at. I know you've heard the saying, if you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll get what you've got now. So you've got to change the way you think and the way you do things. Because I made a decision to think like I was rich, I learned to make a little money. Then instead of finding a home to rent right away, I chose to stay in the woods and invest all my money. I continued to go to the soup kitchen and get assistance, though I had the money. I learned to manage my money the way the rich do. The rich buy assets, they don't work, and they make their money work for them. And so I want you to stop this video right now and make a note that say it in first person. I buy assets. I don't work. I make my money work for me. So this is an exercise that I want you to continue throughout your whole training, because I want you to begin to see yourself as rich and begin to think and do the way the rich do. Alright, in the beginning, you will, of course, have to work hard to gain the knowledge by watching the videos and take action by doing every step. Eventually, you will hire people and create jobs in your area, and you will become an important go-to person for others to learn how you did it from you. Because I hope you will care enough to help others to do what I have trained you to do. Knowledge gives you the power to change the way you do things, and you will change your life. I give you the knowledge. I give you my knowledge. But it is up to you to receive it. Take this gift of life that I'm giving you and put it to work, and you will be rich. Your dreams will come true. In the next email to me, please tell me about what your dreams and goals are for the coming year. What is the first thing that you need or want to do? Make up your mind you are going to get focused on what you need to do to make it happen. Your future will not just happen, you have to create it. Your mind has the power to take you there when you exercise your brain. I will be training you on some tips to do this in the upcoming training. I have some great things in store for you. I'm taking you by the hand and taking you on the path I took to get where I am today. Get your Bible out and turn to Matthew 25 and find out why the master told the servants the following statement. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. In the next email, tell me why the master said this. Stay faithful and do the work necessary to take you where you want to go. Know this, I am here for you anytime you need help along the way. No question is silly or stupid, so please don't be afraid to ask. I get so many people that contact me thinking this organization is like all the rest. We do not send money, food, clothes, etc. These organizations are all over the world. If you have that immediate need, then continue to receive from these organizations until I get you to the level of income you need to cover those things, plus enough to invest in assets that make your money work for you. This is investments that I train you as your income gets to that level. You are not here to get a handout. You are here to learn to be independent and earn a living without depending on these organizations to meet your needs. For this to happen, you have got to change the way you think. Your thinking keeps you poor because all you can think of is how can I find someone to give me money, food, clothes, etc. Instead of asking yourself, what do I need to do to be able to provide these things for my family, for myself? This is what the rich do. They find a solution to the problem that will cover the cost of the problem. They see a need to have an asset that will pay them the money they need to cover the costs and continue to pay them money for eternity. Now, I give you everything you need to become the breadwinner for your family. Again, bear with me. As I get the training out to you in the order you need to put your plan together and work the plan without confusion and frustration of doing it on your own. I wish to God that I had had somebody like me to help me whenever I began on this journey. God bless.